there were two videos that came out this week from NFL Films. One was Dexter Lawrence. Did you see it where he's trash talking during the Vikings game and says something?
Yeah,
he said he attributed his strong play to Pilates. And then also told the Vikings that they were hugging him more than his girlfriend. It was a phenomenal video.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, he's got a good personality. He seems fun. And he's just dominant, man. Like, and he's just come on so much. And how about the Giants? All their draft picks are all of a sudden looking really good.
Yeah.
I mean, Neal, the jury's still out on him, but Andrew Thomas, Daniel Jones are going to extend him. Saquon, we just mentioned Dexter Lawrence. There's just a bunch of guys that are really coming into their own there.
When you have 11 on 11 going on during a game, 22 people on the field, how many of the 22 players are trash talking on average?
All the DBs and the wide receivers. So everybody's a nickel now. So there's a bunch of those guys out there. They're all talking trash. There's always one big trash talker on the D line and one big trash talker on the O line. The quarterback's not really talking trash. Running backs and linebackers talk a little bit of trash. So I'd put that in the 8, 9, 10 to 12 range at any given time, play to play.
And Lawrence was strong. Like Lawrence gets an A for his effort, right? After you saw that video.
Yeah. He's likable. He didn't say anything over the line. He's just kicking the guy's ass.
Besides something about like someone's mother or family, what would be over the line?
Oh,
or is that the only thing
I think that's
kind of
it. And I think anything that might get you in trouble online, you might not say it to the other person. Right.
Now the other video,
microphones everywhere.
Yeah. The other video that came out, speaking of the microphones, was Sam Hubbard after his 98-yard touchdown. Now you were a defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have a fumble recovery where you had to run after 50
yards?
So you had a 50-yard run.
Yeah, but there was nobody ahead of me. I was a lot like Sam Hubbard, and it just fell in my lap a lot like Sam Hubbard. And
were you with the Rams, Eagles, Patriots?
I was with the Rams. Robert Quinn sacked Andrew Luck, and I picked the ball up and ran 50 yards for a touchdown.
Okay.
Now it didn't feel like 50 yards. I mean,
what did it feel like?
It felt quicker. It honestly is not as hard as you think not to trip and fall, and that was in my head the whole time. I was like, just do not fall down. Because I'm liable to do something like that.
So were you? Well, the Daniel Jones play against the Eagles on Monday night a few years ago is the ultimate fall down. Were you gassed after 50 yards?
You're always gassed. I mean, I was gassed, but the adrenaline's high, and then you're gassed if another player makes an interception. You're running like a pinball trying to block people, and then go celebrate with them, and then you forget that you got to go right back on the field. So I think that's the hardest part.
You know who the worst people in the world are? Like up there with terrorists. The people who wanted a block in the back on Mark Andrews.
That was close. How'd you feel about when the Jets got blocked in the back by the Patriots in New England late this year?
But that's different. He was going to score no matter what no matter what they did to Mark Andrews. Yeah. It was ridiculous. Here's what I want to ask you too. But did you? Okay, so did you see the NFL Films video of Hubbard where after the touchdown, he's screaming on the sidelines, "No one can catch me. They can't catch me." He's all pumped up, right? And then 1 second later, he's on the sidelines going, "I just kept thinking I was going to get caught. I just kept thinking I was going to get..." He did the flip so great.
Yep, he was in the mind of a player who just made a play, and then he was back to being Sam Hubbard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was great. And then did you see the thing with Marlon Humphrey's sister?
No.
Oh, this was great. So during the Ravens-Bengals game, Marlon Humphrey's sister sent a tweet about how hot she thought Sam Hubbard was. And Marlon Humphrey's like, even my own family's turned it on me.
That is ridiculous.
It was really good.
You can't do that. Not during the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, come on.
All right, couple of the lighthearted things here before I let you go.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel is not vaping on the sideline during an NFL playoff game in front of 30 million people.
I agree. Holy shit. Thank you. I feel like I just found somebody. I'm watching The Last of Us right now, which is terrific.
Yeah.
I feel like I just found somebody who's not infected. I
mean, first of all, people are saying he was vaping with absolutely no picture of a vape.
Actual evidence.
Right.
There's no smoke. People are saying that, I can see it's flat. So it's flat.
You couldn't see shit. He had a big leather O.J. Simpson murdering leather glove
in his hand. There's something in his hand. Somebody showed me that. They circled it. But they go right past Sharpie Ultra Fine.
Right.
To it's got to be a marijuana pen. Okay. Right. And to that I ask, you really think he's smoking reefer on the sidelines? Like it's Madden? You think he's dumb enough to do that? Like there's edibles. Right. There's hey, there's Zyn. If you're into the jewels, you can just pop a Zyn in. You haven't seen this guy vape all season long. You're gonna tell me he's gone unscathed all season long and they catch him in the playoffs.
First of all, okay, if it's a Sunday 1:00 game against the Texans, maybe he can try to get away with that. Like standalone game with 30 million people watching, Roger Goodell watching. He's not taking that chance. And the other thing is too,
how about vape while the defense is out there?
Or vape at halftime. Like
just like walk over to where the ball boys are, reach down like you got to get something and then blow it down. You always blow it down.
I would make this is how far I would go with it. I don't think there's ever been a vape pen on an NFL sideline from a player or coach.
I think there's probably been a vape pen on an NFL sideline.
With a player?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying preseason is crazy.
Preseason.
Yeah.
Preseason is
I don't know. I'm not insinuating that I know, but if I had to bet, I'd say there has been one.
I'm just saying saying it's not coming from a player or a coach.
I'm saying you never know. But I'm saying on the sideline,
right?
Maybe somebody forgot it was in their pants. That sort of thing.
Okay.
But no. Listen.
And also, don't people on the sideline, don't guys on the sidelines hold like handheld, like heaters, like things that
they hold heaters. I think he had a Sharpie Ultra Fine marker, and I think that's why in the picture you think this black thing's kind of flat and it's not like perfectly cylindrical. It's because a Sharpie Ultra Fine has a tab on the side of it, and if it's turned the right way, it looks like it's a flat black instrument that you might smoke nicotine or harmful drugs out of.
That would probably be I would say that's like a $250,000 fine by Goodell.
At least.
Yeah. That's why it doesn't make sense. Last thing, I know you got to go. Trevor Lawrence beats the Chargers. He goes to Waffle House.
I love it.
Where would you go after a playoff victory?
In what city? Like when I was in St. Louis?
Give me Philly.
Oh, Philly. Philly, by the time I was in Philly, I'd probably go home. But I used to go to Buffalo Billiards. There's like a little pool hall. So I'd probably go to Buffalo Billiards. I was in St. Louis. We'd probably go over the river to the east side. I was young. The strip clubs were open till after 2 a.m. So after Pepper Lounge closed, we'd go over there. So I'd say I'd probably end up over in Illinois.
So are you saying, because when I saw the Lawrence thing, I was obviously, it's great that he's going to Waffle House, but in my head, I'm thinking, now this is because I'm old. If I was a player, I'd want to go home.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I said when I had kids, it was.
I was going to say, is age the factor there? Like if you're, 27 and under, you're going to go out after game, 27 and over.
Yep. Just the getting drunk, like the putting alcohol in your body in that state can wreck your body for the next 2 to 3 to 4 days. I mean, it can linger into the next week if you're too old. So I used to stop. I did not party after games.
So early in the career, and then.
But he's not a drinker. He's just sober, walking around the Waffle House.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't think there's any issue at all.
He did say that they called and rented it out ahead of time. So initially people that he just walked in as a random.
Yeah, see, I'm just walking in. I'm not renting the Waffle House. We have slightly different profiles, but
you're not a first round quarterback.
Yeah, with
as soon as you're a quarterback, yeah. Last thing before you go, Brady, Rodgers. What are they going to do?
Brady's leaving. Vegas seems like the safest bet because it's hard to expect certain teams to accommodate a guy who can't leave the pocket. I'm not knocking him and needs a strong run game and an offensive line. And then I think Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. This is just pure speculation. I think he's probably done this time. I don't know. Maybe the Jets, they just hired they're talking. Did they hire Nathaniel Hackett or they're just talking about
they interview.
They're interviewing Nathaniel Hackett.
I would say this. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers and the Jets for one reason only. Aaron Rodgers versus the animals here in the New York media. It would be really bad. He would be an idiot to come here because he wouldn't last here with that shaman guru esoteric bullshit. That would be out.